Guys, welcome back to the channel. It is the 22nd, the day after the Destiny 2 raid race. Oh boy, I have a lot of thoughts and a lot of feelings about the whole endeavor. In short, I had so much fun with this. This was an experience. This was great. This was the first time I ever competed in something like this. I'd never had a chance to partake in any of the other raid races in Destiny's history previously, be it in Destiny 1 or Destiny 2. I have done raids before in Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, but not like this. I knew what we were up against. I knew that we were up against veterans and people who have been doing this for years, and I knew that there was a slim chance we weren't even going to get anywhere. I was prepared. There's a contest modifier, and contest modifier basically makes it so that you're under-leveled for every encounter. It's intentionally hard. I knew that with contest it was going to be more difficult than any other raid I'd ever done, especially being a raid race and being competing with everyone else. But that didn't stop me, and it didn't stop me from having fun. I was just happy to be doing it with my friends, and of course the urgency of it being a race was still there, and I still didn't want to back down, and I didn't. I even got a little cheeky and let some of the streamers I actually know, well, not know in real life, but some of the streamers I watch very frequently, that I was going to be competing, and I let them know my clan name and stuff like that. You know, cheeky, stupid, presumptuous of me, but, you know, I wanted to put myself in a situation to where if I didn't show up, I would be a liar. And I didn't back down. And I'm happy I did. So, what are my thoughts on the raid in general? Well, the encounters we got through, I loved. We didn't finish the raid. But the very first encounter, with the sparrows, well, with the pikes, we're supposed to use pikes when we used our sparrows. We used our sparrows to get through the snowstorm and the haven bubbles, and getting all the way to the end to fight the two giant brigs at the end and get the door to get to the next encounter. That was fun. And according to people I know that were watching other people's streams, and especially the big content creators like Dado and Sweatsicle and Team Redeem and, you know, Professor Broman and all them, we were the first group to make it through that encounter and make it into the room with the fuses of the next encounter. We were the first groups to make it through, at least the first groups that, according to what I know and according to what my, you know, other friends were watching know. That alone was enough for me to be happy. I didn't have to win the race. We didn't have to win the race for me to be happy with this. Just knowing that I even had a somewhat leg up on the streamers that I watch was enough for me. I wouldn't trade that for the world. And for the second encounter, the second encounter with the fuses, that, I have to say, that was probably one of my favorite encounters in Destiny, outside of maybe, I don't know, Leviathan isn't people's favorites, but outside of the Emperor Callus fight, I like the way the Callus fight is designed. Of course, a lot of people don't think it's that hard, but difficulty doesn't mean fun to me. It doesn't have to be difficult to be fun. That encounter was not difficult once we once we understood what we had to do. That was the fun. The fun part was knowing what we had to do and it coming down to skill. I didn't get upset at any point in this raid, even though we got stuck at a certain part, and I'll get to that. But even when we found out that some people had figured it out and moved on to the next encounter while we were still trying to get a rhythm down and get through that encounter, I didn't feel discouraged or anything. I was like, all right, we got it. We just got to execute it. Let's go. And we did it. And we were, at a certain point, we were still ahead of a few other streamers that were still stuck in that room, which was another great feeling. And that feeling persisted even till the next fight. The next fight was a freaking doozy. Someone in my chat in my Discord was already talking about how this next encounter looked insane. And when we got there, we didn't realize how insane it was. Not only was this one mechanically complex, the enemies in there were hitting way harder than anything else. So with the contest modifier, since it drops everything down 20 levels below the recommended power level, I was already underleveled by the time the raid race had started. By the time we got to there, I was slightly higher. I think my power level was 220 something. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't feel like pulling up the video. And the official power level for the encounter was 230. So with the contest, it drops you down 20, and I was already 4 or 5 below the recommended power for it. So technically, I was down 25, along with 2 other people in our group. So we were way lower than what the encounter was supposed to be. But we still managed to get through a few phases of it before we realized that contest modifier was making it nearly impossible for us to finish. So at that point, we backed out. It wasn't a bit discouraging not being able to finish the raid within 24 hours. It was, but knowing that we were there and we competed, and not only did we compete, but we were doing really, really good. We were going ahead of some of the people that were there to begin with. We were ahead of people who, you know, were participating in the raid races way before, and some of them had even competed in one of the hardest and largest raids in Destiny's history, the Last Wish, which I still have never done that one. I've done the first part of that one, and I'm looking forward to actually doing that one because that one looks so much fun, and plus the boss fight is lore significant, but whatever, because I love lore. Altogether, this raid is well designed. It took elements of the other raids that I've done in Destiny and took a little bit of each one of them and cranked it up a little higher. And it just shows that even though with Bungie working from home and stuff, that they still know how to make a really, really good, really good raid. And congrats to the team that took home World's First. We were actually ahead of them for a little while, but they made it through the second encounter before everyone else. But shout out to them. You guys deserve it. Enjoy the title. I'm coming for that belt when Vault of Glass comes back. So don't get too comfortable. Cade 6 of Spades is coming for you. But those are my thoughts on the raid race. And no, I'm not switching to a Destiny-only channel. I am still going to be doing Star Wars The Old Republic content. I actually do have 2 other videos I'm working on right now that hopefully will be going up in the next 2 days or 3 days. And I'm still in production of the next episode of Lost Archives. Doing it for a friend in a recent addition to my Destiny clan, and a friend of Kindled One who has helped me on a few other Star Wars projects for my channel. So I'm looking forward to get that out. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in and listening to my thoughts about the Destiny 2 raid race. And one more thought. I think that Star Wars The Old Republic should do something like that. Of course, I'm not saying they should design everything off the way Destiny does raids, because it's a different game. I love Eternity Vault, and I love Terra from Beyond. I've never done Ravagers, and I've done Dread Palace. Those were really well-designed raids. They were fun, and that's actually one of the things I love about the raids of Star Wars The Old Republic, the content. There are some good things you can get in the raids that you can't get anywhere else in the game, and I think there should definitely be more of that. I'm going to be doing a video on that too, by the way. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The more you hit that like button, the more this video gets recommended underneath Star Wars and a whole bunch of this other stuff. And don't forget to subscribe so you guys can stay up to date on what I'm doing in the next video. And don't forget to hit the bell too. Everyone, thank you very much for watching or listening. Retour Shemi, and may the Force serve you well.
Oh, my pre-ordered pizza's here. I'll be back.
Oh no, stop. It's like, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, don't worry, dude. Good deal.
Talk to chat.
That nap I scheduled is here.
Hold on, guys. Wait, I gotta talk to
My
chat.
second order Chick-fil-A is here.
Hold on. Like, wait, guys. Okay, I'll be back. I gotta cook dinner.
Oh God, we'll find you in
Finding
Gambit.
Gambit.